Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Environmental Coffee House. And I am your host, founder, hostess, director, producer, everything, Sandy Shellis. And I didn't plan it tonight because, as I told you, August is a tough month. So here I am. And I thought maybe I would just go over the irony of the news tonight that in my estimation is just signs of, the impending collapse. The idiocracy, the moronocene, the stupidity of it all right. So I will say hi, wandering no one, and lone wanderer. Hi. Let me welcome all of you. It's good to see you. Hi, June. Yeah. Hi, Mark. Okay. So anyway, I have to get started tonight with, and I know that probably won't get a lot of people to join because I am not scheduled to be on. I wasn't scheduled. I didn't plan any of this until I finally took a frickin' shower after working for 2 days outside. All right. But here we go. I've got to start tonight with the most important story of the evening. And that is, oh my God. There is a $5,800 whiskey bottle, which is a gift from Japan to Pompeo, and it's missing. Oh my God. I'm going to start out because this one has to have it. Absolutely. This is the story that gets the toilet flush of the day. Yeah, it had to. This bottle made the New York Times. It absolutely made the New York Times. Here we go. $5,800 bottle of whiskey. So they don't even know if he got it. Now, I would posit that maybe Donald Trump stole it when he left the White House. They are actually putting resources in the United States to investigate the whereabouts of a $5,800 bottle of whiskey. And it was from the Japanese government, and they gave it to Mike Pompeo in 2019. So perhaps somebody drank it. And it's a query, they're going to do an inquiry. It's unclear whether Mr. Pompeo ever received that gift. Oh my God, this is big news. Big news. He was traveling in Saudi Arabia. Oh, do you remember that? When he went to Saudi Arabia, the criminal crook enterprise. Oh, God. Okay. So now, American officials can keep gifts that are less than $390. Where do you think they got that amount of money? $390. Kind of arbitrary, isn't it? But if the officials want to keep gifts that are over that price, they must purchase them. So this was appraised at $5,800. Now, do you really think that Mike Pompeo, the esteemed Mike Pompeo, would keep that bottle or would pay for that bottle? Nah, more like it was pilfered out of the White House, It was probably pilfered. Oh, maybe it was Michael Flynn, or maybe it was one of those, those really lovely, savory characters that were in the White House at that time. So now that I've broken you in with the kind of mood I'm in and the absurdity of it all, right? It is all absurd. I'm aggravated also. I'm a bit aggravated about last night's election in Ohio, but we're going to get to that. We're definitely going to get to that. So I'm jumping. All right. I'm going to jump because we're jumping from the ridiculous. And now we are jumping to the corruption. But it's all corruption. And we're jumping to the corruption of Texas. So take it away to Texas. Did you guys know, and this is reported in Yahoo News, that bastion of truth and and reporting. Texas leaders, they raked in millions from energy companies after that collapse of the electrical grid in February. So isn't this is that wonderful Greg Abbott? Oh, we just to know Greg is to love him, isn't it? Texas Governor Greg Abbott and Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick received millions in contributions from the energy industry, right? 4.6 million from energy industry contracts compared to Patrick's 1.3. Abbott's special legislative session will not include any fixes to the state electrical grid. So that is a big fuck you to everybody in Texas from the that absurdity himself, Greg Abbott. So there you go. Okay, fuck you everybody in Texas. Fuck you and fuck your electricity. Nah, but we don't want to fix that. Why would we want to fix that? Why in the world would we want to fix that? So he says they raked in the millions, and we all know about the abysmal cold front because we reported on it in Texas. 200 people died of hypothermia, carbon monoxide poisoning, car wrecks, and more after that wonderful grid could not keep up with the large uptick. So 4.6 million from oil, gas, and energy industry leaders, including a $1 million campaign donation from the co-founder of a pipeline company that benefited from that. Was that Kim? Come on, give me his, the guy, Kelsey Warren, or whatever his last name was, that friggin' energy transfer partners or whatever the fuck their name is. Anyway, so that is, the story oh my God, the story continues. Is anybody surprised? Is anyone ever surprised at any of this? I mean, we could go to other countries, but right now, tonight, there's enough in the United States to look at of the absurd bullshit that goes on. Oh my God. So, he says everything was done to fix the power grid in Texas. But they don't require energy company to take action until 2022. That's such a bunch of shit. I'm not even, wait. It is unclear though, guys, if the House Democrats will travel back to Austin if a second special session is called. Many of them are in D.C. to meet with party leaders. Woo-hoo-hoo. But I thought that they were all on vacation. So when was this? This is today. I thought that they all left for their 7-week vacation where they supposedly are supposed to meet with their constituents. But wait, how does that go? How's that going for you guys? How's that going for you, Texas? Yeah, Cindy, circuses. Yeah, circuses. So how many do we have with us tonight following from Facebook? 2? Why I even multi-streamed there, I don't know. But I didn't do any advertising, sharing. You have to do that to keep up a channel. You have to put a little effort into it. And you can't just live outside. Okay, so we're going to move on to a little bit more absurdity. Oh, and this one is, guess what, guys? This is Texas again. I guess it's pick on Texas night. I'm sorry, y'all from Texas. I love you, but we're gonna pick on Texas again. We're gonna pick on this guy. This moniker of intelligence. He mocked vaccines for months, but now he's dead. Look at him. That is the picture of American health. I should talk. I can't talk. On Wednesday, it was reported that H. Scott Apley, a council member of Dixon, Texas Executive Committee, he died from COVID-19. Guys, this is so typical of the clueless fucking moron brigade out there. I don't even have to read it for you to know. but I'm going to read it anyway. I'm gonna subject to you about this guy. He was admitted with flu-like, no, pneumonia-like symptoms, and he's a staunch conservative. Oh, he's a devout Christian. Definitely, we know that the evangelicals are always right, right? Devout Christian. He was hooked up to a ventilator. And he had a long history of anti mask and anti vax propaganda on his social media accounts. So in May, he posted an invitation for a mask burning being held at a bar in Cincinnati, commenting, I wish I lived in that area. A couple of weeks earlier, he posted a news article about giveaways and incentives meant to encourage people to get vaccinated, writing, disgusting. Disgusting. He railed against so-called vaccine passports, which restrict high-risk activities such as indoor dining to the fully vaccinated. And he was another one that suggested that the mask mandates in Germany were akin to Nazism. You almost think that this was written by The Onion. It's the Marjorie Trader Green story over and over and over. So this guy's dead. I am not commenting as a anti or pro or whatever. I am reading you the news of the day. Okay? The news of the day. Yes, climate marcher John. Now he's dead. I'm so broken up. I'm probably going to have to send flowers to his family. I am not a heartless person. I care about my friends who have certain stances that they feel. People that can't take the vaccine for medical reasons. I'm not judging. I'm just merely reading, okay? The guy was a clueless moron. And hi, Hunter Z. Welcome. Karen Reese, hi, hi, hi. Hi, guys. I'm glad that you're all joining me at the last minute show. Last minute because I can't plan. I just can't plan. So this guy, it's like if you were in Nazi Germany, you would understand how horrible mask wearing is. Oh my God. But one of my quotes in Twitter or wherever it was where I was wasting time was, well, in my opinion, while we were fighting over masks, and I've said this before, we were fighting over masks, which is so stupid, while we were getting ripped off. We were getting slaughtered by the oligarchs. Slaughtered. They didn't give a shit. And they saw people fighting over masks. Political buffoonery, political idiocracy. Oh, I got this one on tonight. See, it's falling off my ear. Let me fix it. Okay. What joke, Hunter? Hunter's got a joke. Are our knickers satin or are they new? Well, that depends on if you wear any. Okay. TMI. Moving on. We are going to move on. We're going to move on to a little bit of politics, and then we're going to move on to a little bit of climate chaos because it's all the same. It's all indicative of our all over the world, all over the world. Every country's crazy. Every country's crazy. Sorry, but they are. All right, so Nina Turner, who was a staunch Bernie supporter, was running in Ohio for Congress. And first I'm going to bring you the New York Times. We're going to look at the New York Times. So let's look at the mainstream New York Times corporate establishment media. And they were talking about this Chantel Brown, a Democrat supported by the establishment, which the New York Times called it. Now, I will say the New York Times does some really great climate change reporting. I will give them that. They have the budget. But let's see what they were saying about this. Chantel, she won. Okay. And we know the whole Jim Clyburn thing. They didn't. I can even tell you, but we'll just look really quickly. This New York Times article, Chantel, she vowed to be a partner with the Biden administration and Speaker Nancy Pelosi. God, sorry. They prevailed over Nina Turner because they were a bunch of skunks. They put up hideous, horrible things, and you know, it just pisses me off. It really does. It was closely watched. Though Miss Turner was helped on the ground by hundreds of organizers and volunteers from left-leaning organizations and outspent Ms. Brown, it was not enough in the end to overcome the onslaught of advertising against her, or the unified wall of resistance to her candidacy from pillars of the Democratic establishment. In other words, the money people, because they are, they don't want somebody who's outspoken in there. They want somebody that goes lockstep with the party. I'm not a corporate Democrat. Yes, I am a Democrat. I've told you why. Because where I live, it's the only game in town. All right? But I wouldn't say I'm one of those corporate Democrats. And I do like certain people that I've found, like Richard Ojeda. I really like this dude, boy. He speaks his mind. I really like listening to him. He's a very entertaining talker. Anyway, so she was a county Democratic Party chair, and she was endorsed by an array of local, state, and federal officials who prided themselves on their ties to leadership in Washington. You may say to me, well, what does this have to do with the collapse of climate change and all of that? But I will tell you, okay, yes, Nina was popular with a lot of progressives, but yet she wasn't, okay? There were people against her all over. There were people on the left who didn't like her because she ran as a Democrat, and they said they'd never vote for a Democrat. So even though they got a great candidate in Nina, they're fighting all over Twitter about it, saying that, they wouldn't vote for her. There was a concerted campaign really basically to screw her out of it by the Democrats, by the lefties, by the Republicans, by everybody. And it's a damn shame. Hello, somebody. I liked it. Hello, somebody. But what are you going to do? It's just the way our system is. And every other country is just as crooked, just as disgusting. Only here we just buy. And it's all a big clusterfuck, and it's all going to lead to everything breaking down. And people don't realize that really, when you think about it, not a lot of this really matters. It matters day to day because of what's right, what's in your gut, what's in your gut. So the New York Times, they said outside political groups from different corners of the Democratic coalition invested heavily in the race. And backing Miss Turner were left-wing environmental interests supporting the Green New Deal. The political group founded by Bernie Sanders that she once ran, Our Revolution. Two progressive groups, the Working Families Party and Justice Democrats, but not the Medicare for all people. They said, nope to Nina. I see it all over Twitter. I see this shit. Twitter is a cesspool. But not the cesspool when I'm on it as an environmental coffee house. That's different. I like that Twitter. Christine is on that Twitter. A lot of smart people are on that Twitter. Not my other Twitter, which is the political one. But this was interesting how I guess they were saying Israel had something to do with this. Institutional players. We knew that it was Clyburn. And Jewish Democrats. And I think I heard that she thanked AIPAC. Oh, my God. Can it get any worse than that? I'm sorry. Jeez. So, you know what? I don't want to read the New York Times to you anymore. I'm done with that. Because actually, I'm going to move on. And I'm going to move on to another reason why we're fucked in so many ways. I am going to pull up I'm going to pull up Jacobin, and I hope you're enjoying this little political night, which actually all has to do with the environment because in the long run it means jack shit. All right, so I'm going to pull up Jacobin. There he is, my governor, Mr. Touchy Feely. Mr. Touchy Feely grab a tit job himself. All right, listen, let me say something. One thing about Cuomo. He has kept fracking out of New York, and therefore he has kept fracking out of my county. There are people that are chomping at the bit to frack my county. That's the only redeeming quality. Other than that, he's a corporate shill, and he can go. And I actually know the Lieutenant Governor, Kathy Hochul, and she'll be fine. She'll be fine. She's a little, she's not as progressive for my taste, but at least we've got India Walton in Buffalo, so New York's got something going on. Maybe Buffalo will start a trend. Maybe we'll see some changes in this system. So I'm not going to talk about this guy. Not really. I just wanted to look at the article that Jacobin had about Nina Turner. And I truly believe Nina Turner would be a change agent for the communities. I believe Nina Turner would bring the message that we're kind of screwed, that all of these communities, they need attention as far as being the communities that are so hard hit by climate chaos. They're so hard hit. And I just feel, I don't know, I really wanted to see something shake up, something exciting, right? Something exciting. But it just It shows that big money still rules in U.S. politics. So it's not the left, it's not the right, it's everybody. Everybody. And so Jacobin did discuss it, and it was the most solidly blue, that district. It was clear from the outset that establishment Democrats wanted Turner defeated, and with gracious assist from America's cartoonishly corrupt campaign finance laws, they are now celebrating exactly that outcome. Though there may be a strategic debate to be had about decisions made by Turner's campaign, maybe they should have gone negative, whatever. Even a cursory survey of spending in the race underscores the extent to which it ultimately beat her was just sheer money and lots of it. I don't want to go through the whole thing on money. I just think it's sad. I just think it's sad. And I really do think it's sad that we can't overturn Citizens United. I think it's sad that we are such a corrupt corporatocracy, kleptocracy, kakistocracy. We're governed by morons, and maybe not as bad with this administration, although they are freakishly hawkish to me. I am completely not enamored of foreign policy issues with any of the administrations, one bit. But while everybody on Twitter is like fighting over all of this stuff, and while people are, everybody has their issue. Everybody has what they support, and it's great. But until everybody wakes up from this bullshit induced media circus, we really are going to just slide away between fires and floods, and we've seen it. There's a couple of new YouTube channels that have amazing footage of what happens in the world, and I don't have anything up, but I'm going to show you a quickie, because here's another one. This is what happened in the United States, in Utah. And I have this guy I'm going to see. Okay, let me just go down really quick and see if I got what I wanted at the okay. All right. Let's see what he says. Hopefully you can hear it. This is the governor, I mean the mayor of Enoch in Utah. And you tell me who you think he voted for. Okay, let's go.
Happy to be here.
Tell us what happened today.
Well, Enoch, we've gotten reports from NOAA that Enoch received somewhere between 2.5 and 4 inches of water in a 2-hour period. Most of the families that have been here for decades have not seen that ever. And so what we've been dealing with all afternoon is substantial water that's coming off of the mountain into our community, filling basements. We estimate that more than 200 families have been affected. And what we're dealing with right now is trying to help those families get supplies and recovery in order to get basements pumped and taken care of, because we needed some resources like the Red Cross. They've opened a shelter for families that are displaced. And right now we're in the process of assessing damage and working to help get these families dry and home.
Over 200 homes affected. You were just up there. City Manager Rob Dotson was up there as well. What did it look like to you from the air, and what does it look like from the ground? We haven't had a shot of that yet.
I think most of us are pretty accustomed to floods and things like that in Mississippi and other places where there's big rivers. This looked like that. This looked like the Mississippi River had come into our community. Now that's, of course, amazing to us in a desert where this rarely happens, if ever, and that's where we're at now.
What if people need help? Where do they need to go? How are you reaching out to them? Is the Red Cross here?
So the Red Cross is here. There is a station set up at 451 East Mid-Valley Road. It is a church, LDS church building right near our public works facility, where we've got people filling sandbags and getting other issues sorted out. We've got a lot of resources coming in, and the issue is figuring out a way to deploy them in an effective way, because with as much water as we've had, we're talking past running boards of pickup trucks. So a couple feet of standing water in certain locations. And so if families are displaced, families need resources, they're at Mid-Valley Road. It's a small enough community. We are a very small community. Everyone knows in our community where I'm talking.
Pick 'em up trucks. But let me tell you guys, the last thing that was said was that Mother Nature, Mother Nature, again with Mother Nature's going to do what Mother Nature's going to do. I can't pull up exactly what it was, but it was Mother Nature. Not a mention of climate change, not a mention, and they said it's in, Kim said Enoch is in, I think it's in southern Utah, but not a mention of climate change or why this happened or why they're having floods that look like the Mississippi. In fact, I'm going to see if I can pull up this one video I have, if you give me a second, of a friend of the show. He's a good debunker. He's Desert File. And let me see if I can pull him up. He's from New Mexico. Okay. All right, hang on. Let's look at Desert Files little video. It's a short one, but it shows New Mexico, and he's showing that this is the second 50-year flood so far this year, both in July. Okay, so let's see if this is going to work. All right, let's play it. Look at that.
River has reached the first breakwater. This can't be good. Guess which puppy does not get to go inside until her feet and hands are dried. I wanted to go into town tomorrow, but the road is underwater. Oh well. If the second wall is braced, I'll be heading up for higher ground.
That's him. That's good old Desert File. I don't know if anybody knows him, but David's a great channel. He doesn't do as much as he used to, but he's a great debunker. But he lives in New Mexico, and that I watched that, and you know, it's floods and fires, and we can't get the water to where it's needed, and that moves me to Greece. Do you know the Isle of Rhodes? The Isle of Rhodes is burning. So we're going to make this round the world tour. Look at that. Grease wildfires. Let's see if there's an ad on this one. I didn't fast forward it.
This is Andy.
Oh, yeah.
National
There's an
Financial
ad. Here,
Consultant.
we'll turn it off. Okay. So anyway, Rhodes is burning. Yeah, it is. All right, I'm going to try to get this system audio on. And we're going to watch this. Don't want to watch the ad. I hate the ads. All right, guys, system audio. Here we go. All right. Look at that. Now, this is in Greece. Italy was hit by fires. It's insanity. Forced to evacuate by boat. Firefighters have also been battling wildfires near the capital. Look at this. Unfucking real. Residents have fled as fires reached Athens. They're reaching Athens. Whoa. My God. Wow. Greece has been facing its most severe heat wave in 30 years, with temperatures above 40 C in several places. Look at this. Look at what is left. It's everywhere, folks. Everywhere. From that clueless guy in Utah who thinks that, can't even imagine it being. Oops, wait a minute. I gotta shut this. Can't even imagine it being anything, but like a natural occurrence. Although, even here we've had so much rain in I had a good okay, wait. All right, forget it. Anyway, we've had so much rain in July that it is way more rain than we're used to. Totally way more. So see how we've gone from the absurd story that actually had space in the New York Times about a $5,800 bottle of fucking booze, right? While the house is burning down. And while political candidates don't get a fair shake. And while, let's see, the country of Hungary is so right-wing, they are just off the charts right-wing. And it is something that is maybe comfortable for people. I think people want authoritarianism. They don't have to think. They can follow their leaders right over the Thelma and Louise cliff. Just like I always talk about, man. Hi, Max. So, does anybody want to come on with me tonight? I will put the link. Let me see if I can copy the link. Oh, I don't know if I can copy the link. Oh, wait a minute. I think I can. Hang on. I'll copy the link if anybody wants to come on with me. You can just give me a second to figure out this. It's doing it on the fly. I know I can do that. Hang on. There is the link. And anybody want to come on live with me? There's the link. Should be coming up. There it is. There's the link. Click it. Why not? What do you got to lose, right? It's free association night. Hey, Caleb. Free association night. Plus, listen, I want to tell you, I do have things planned. I've got some good interviews coming up. I'm not going to tip my hand. Bad luck. We will have a schedule September should change. I'm hoping, that we can get back to a regular schedule, but I am taking care of a homestead. And I have a lot of zucchini squash and beets and beans that need my attention. And all these things need to be canned so that I can have everything I need to eat for the winter because I don't plan on going anywhere. I'm going to can up everything that I have. Hey, Chuck Diesel, I didn't even know you were here. Oh, my. How are you? How come I can't see you on this one? I see you. Oh, there you go. All right. Our moderator along with Kim, Chuck Diesel. Thank you, Chuck. Very, 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 very nice of you to come. I'm glad. Yeah. He's from Ben Dixon Show. Like it or not, I watch them in the morning. Great show. Give him a shout out because I definitely enjoy my mornings and my coffee with them. So if nobody wants to join me, oh yes, Rich, you're in Michigan, and I'm in the same kind of area in New York. We have Amish around us. But anyway, as I was saying, I have a lot of canning to do. I have a lot of things going on, but the channel is always, in my heart. And I have maybe this gardening video 3/4 of the way done. I know that you guys understand me. I'm a procrastinator, but I try not to be a procrastinator. It's difficult right now, just difficult to get it all done. Because I am, what is it, the chief cook and bottle washer on this channel. But we've got a show on Friday night with Jen, and I'm just glad y'all came. So if nobody wants to join me, and I've got nearly 50 people here, does anyone have a comment that they would like me to put up and we could talk about before I say goodnight? Climate Marcher, oh, your camera's not working. You've been on with me. Absolutely, you've been our new friend. Oh, Richard Ojeda. Richard's cool. Richard says it like it is. I'll have to play a clip of Richard one of these days. I don't agree with him on everything, but man, this guy, holy crap, he blows me away. I am so sick of political talk shows, and I do listen, right? I mean, Ben Dixon in the morning, they don't. It's a good start, but I can't do my whole day with my headphones on, working outside and all that, and listen to the political talk shows all the time because, quite frankly, it gets my stomach turning. It really does. I have a picture that this also brought up, people got pissed off, brought up a lot of shit. Let me see if I can make it smaller. Let's make it smaller. All right. Here we go. Just dropping this here. On Friday, in some more politics, the House Oversight Committee released notes of a 27th of December telephone call from Trump to then acting Attorney General Jeffrey Rosen, in which Trump told Rosen, just say the election was corrupt and leave the rest to me and the R congressman. The notes were taken by Richard Donahue, Rosen's deputy, who was also on call. If you still support Trump, you are a traitor to democracy. What little we have, right? Okay, so that started a shit show in different places because I got, oh my God, the people that are saying, it's always Trump and Russia, Russia, Russia. Yet my retort is, okay, well, was this an appropriate thing to happen at our Capitol? Is it appropriate for a bunch of fucking freaks with big weapons and, Confederate flags and Trump shirts, and they took down the American flag and put a Trump flag up? Is that appropriate? If you think it's appropriate, you're on the wrong channel. Absolutely on the wrong channel, because it isn't appropriate. There was a 1,000,000 man march and none of that shit happened. Sorry. All right. Yeah. We are nearing 2C. That's the biggest overarching issue. Totally. Oh my God. Hi, Dick. My favorite cooking YouTuber, Ravka, said Turkey is burning down. She sounded scared. Oh, these countries are not, huge. In like we in the United States, we think of everything as big, and these are small countries. You want it to be over? Well, yeah, who cares who won the election? It's trivia. It's trivia, but it's just more showing that everybody's corrupt. It's all corrupt. It's all corrupt. It's all money. It's all a joke. Fossil fuel industry owns people. I mean, everybody. They're corporate. Democrats are freaking sellouts. They're all sellouts, and I'm sorry, but it's how I feel tonight. That's how I feel tonight. But I don't say that I don't like some people. There are people that happen to be in the political world that I like and I will listen to. And not everyone that's in the party, at least the D party, is horrible and hideous. Shit. There's some good people out there, but the problem is they'll never have the voice and we'll never have a say. But I'm waiting to see what the infrastructure bill looks like. What kind of infrastructure? More lithium mining? More lithium mining. So Max Wilbert and his Green Flame people can protest some more. Because for whatever technology happens, there's going to be a protest against it. Yeah, we need to end the Electoral College. Yeah. 420, dude. 420. Woo, 420. It's always 420 time when you're on medical cannabis. You can have a 420 here and a 420 there. Well, yeah, I understand that. At least Biden's not making America hate again the same way. No, but it's still happening. Unfortunately, the damage is done. There's so many hateful people, and yeah, it's just the human condition seems to be very hateful. Although there are a lot of beautiful people out there that are talking about spirituality, changing oneself. If you can't fight what's happening, you can at least make peace with it. And yeah, we're at 420 ppm. The ppm just got started. Oh yeah, and then methane. I don't have it to pull up, but Peter Carter had a tweet, and I have his book, and I like Peter Carter. He's trying his hardest, just like so many. And, the methane is rising. Maybe Jennifer and I will talk about that on Friday. Jennifer is immensely qualified in talking about that. Yes. Okay. Americans should make an empire of peace. It's still empire building. Yeah. Empire building and growth. How you doing, Gary Ballard? And it's great to see all of you here. All right, don't forget, please like and subscribe. That would be nice. Please like and subscribe if you're not subscribed. And of course, don't forget, I have to say thank you to everybody that is participates as a member through Buy Me a Coffee. Thank you very much. And you know who you are. It's very much appreciated. It isn't easy. It isn't cheap to run a channel, put it that way. But thank you. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Definitely Margot does a great one. She's the methane queen. Along with Jennifer. But Margot has been at it for a while. And wow. All right. I'm going to put up Chuck because Chuck, you make me happy. 46 views and 28 likes. Like, share, and subscribe. He is a cheerleader. I love you. Love you, buddy. Thank you for being with me. Greenland was almost 80 degrees the other day. Oh, yeah. But the clueless are marching around that don't know. The New York Times is more interested in a $5,800 bottle of booze. Margot brought you here. Very cool. Yes, Margot is very, very smart. She is very research oriented. If anybody doesn't know, Margot's Healing Corner, she does a methane report. You just look it up on YouTube. She's really good. But yeah, Caleb, there's no money in the peace racket. Has there ever been? No. Just ask Liz Cheney about her dad. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to say goodnight. And I'm really appreciative that y'all came with me at the last minute. You saw where I was going. The theater of the absurd to what's really happening. Turkey and Utah and California and Colorado flooding and the rain here. I mean, the rain, we've had historic rains in July. And what happened in the heat in British Columbia, and people, 500 people died. We got to wake up. This country has to wake up. I just don't know if it's ever going to wake up on a consistent basis. And I am not trying to be negative. Nope. Did I miss Karen's question? Okay, wait. Where's Karen's question? Hey, Goran. Hi. Oh, Kevin's on Rockfin. I see him every now and then, but it's hard for my phone to keep that thing. Where's Karen's question? Karen, I'm sorry I missed your question. And she had one. Can you rewrite it if I can't find it? I'm trying to go far back, but I can't find it. Shit. No biggie. Oh, I'm sorry. And thank you, Cindy. As always, thank you. You guys, you made my night. I have to say, I have been on a little bit of the blue side the last few days. It's nothing I'm going to talk about because I already did enough TMI and spilling on my guts at another video and talking about my shit, which really doesn't matter. There's a bigger picture. The bigger picture. Big picture. Like Dr. Ugusken says. The big picture. There's a bigger picture. Yep. Oh, food scarcity. Well, that's coming. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. It's already happening in certain stores I go into locally. Little bits of a time. It's not going to be just one day you're going to go in the store and there'll be nothing there. There's the supply chain issues you have to worry about too. Oh my gosh, we could go for another hour on this. Yep, I'm keeping my heart up. Yep, I'll get through this. Listen, I'm the strongest woman I know this summer because I'm doing this homestead. Have a back brace and a yoga mat and you can do your garden. You can do a garden. Yeah. All right, guys. I love you all very, very much. We'll see you Friday night with Jennifer. And I'm sure we will definitely have a good show. And thank you all. Oh, what's my cyanide pill? That's a secret, babe. My cyanide pill. That's a secret. I got to bug out. Everybody should. But the decision is yours. All yours. Right now, I want to stick around. I'm watching the greatest show on earth. Yep, with all of you. I'll be all right. I'll be all right. Thank you. Good night.